Hello and welcome to the dining room for that family content, the only place where we are sitting on them trends.
What an introduction.
Episode 1, Thoughts and Feelings.
I love that name so much.
Me too. Oh,
Came up with it on accident as well.
Yeah.
Because I said thoughts and feelings, but you said thoughts and feelings.
Yeah. And so it was like, that's exactly what we need in life. So,
what's poppin' though, gang?
Yeah. How's the life?
We still have old memes written down. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. This was our notes were made like 2 weeks ago, so we're very out of date right now.
Johnny written down.
Yeah, because you wanted to talk about that.
Because it was such a good meme. But now it's... What even is it now?
I don't know. I haven't been really on Reddit too often.
I guess it's Rewind, really.
Oh yeah, YouTube Rewind. We'll talk about that later. For now, we're just doing introductions. So I'm Table.
I'm Chair.
And we just thought we would take the time out of our day to make a podcast because we talk about some interesting stuff in our daily lives.
We've nothing better to do.
Yeah, we've got nothing better to do. So yeah, what is this podcast going to be? Just our, what we think about in daily lives.
Daily communications.
Yeah, we're thinking of having segments in it. So we'll have a fortnight of Fortnite. We'll have Meme a Minute with Charlotte. We'll have...
I am the expert, the epic expert.
Mm-hmm. We had a segment, but I can't remember what it was for again.
There was, I don't know, like a Sims thing, I think.
Oh yeah, Sims segment. Because we both love the Sims.
Yeah.
And yeah, so don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, as well as our YouTube channel where we upload every Sunday, hopefully.
If nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, and then, so yeah. Promotion. That's us. Okay. So.
This is the epic part.
Yeah, you should follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
And me.
Yeah, and you should follow Charlotte on Instagram and Twitter.
Because I'm clearly the superior one.
We're both of great superiority.
Compared to the average.
Yeah, we both think we're better than virtually everyone else.
Because we're the only ones with the family content.
Yeah, we only hold facts. No opinions here, just
truths,
facts.
half truths, and no falsehoods.
Yes, everything has got to be perfect in life, It's just, we just need to, tell you what life is.
My Twitter, so they all know, is Blue Appreciate. It should be appreciation, but it didn't fit. You have 6% on your phone.
I know. 1 second.
I have 52%.
This is so depressing.
And my YouTube is Blue Appreciation. Because blue is just something you need to appreciate every now and then.
I have a couple of channels that I can promote. I can promote my YouTube channel, which is Ella Hanoi, and then I can also promote me and my other friends.
You should explain where Ella Hanoi comes from.
So it's basically my name and my middle name backwards because I'm creative. So Holly Iona Ella Hanoi. It's a big thing, whatever.
It's just a big thing.
Pretty epic games, honestly. So yeah, you should follow my Instagram at Hagen Holly. I only retweet the best of the best.
Your Instagram isn't Hagen Holly, that's your Twitter.
I meant Twitter. Yeah. You should go and follow my Instagrams as well. Plural. So I've got Swolo, El Hanoi, and quotation marks art, which I upload art stuff. So, follow that one because...
Every 2 years. Also your Wattpad, because Bill Hader fanfiction.
Right, yes, Wattpad. I do Bill Hader fanfiction. You should read it and weep because it's the most beautiful stuff you'll ever read in your life.
It is.
I do that for a laugh. A meme, if you will. Okay, so how we know each other. How do we know each other, Charlotte?
Well, there's this thing called school.
Right.
It's a bit
yeah,
much,
that thing.
but you can get through it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a thing that we would love to avoid.
We would
being
advise
at.
against.
We would
because
advise
it's
against.
a bit over the top and a bit, extra. And
It's
a bit low gang type thing. You know?
it's hella Jake Paul-esque, you know?
It's dystopian, really.
Yeah, it's basically like if everywhere you went, Logan Paul uploaded a video about a Japanese forest. Each room you go in, the teacher is like like Logan Paul, and we are like the dead body being exposed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we know each other through school.
Yeah.
I've been to the school for longer than Hallie's been to the
Yes.
school.
If you couldn't already tell, I'm Irish, so I moved nearly 2 years ago, which is crazy. So yeah, we've known each other for less than 2 years, which is probably why we're still friends.
Which is more than enough.
Yeah. After this, we're actually becoming complete
Rivals.
enemies.
Nemesis.
Hackers.
Hackers. Oh, Lord. We should talk about obsession with hackers.
We've got the biggest obsession with the best film on the planet Earth.
Film.
Can we just say?
With Johnny Lee Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller.
What's her
Angelina Jolie.
I almost called her Rihanna. I don't know where I got that from.
It is it's the perfect film. It's honestly,
it's on Netflix.
Film. It's on Netflix. Watch it.
I don't know about all Netflixes, but it's on the UK Netflix. Made in 1995. It's directed by Ian. Do you just say Ian?
I guess Ian Soufrey.
Softly, actually.
Soufrey. No, it's a great film, guys.
Banned
honestly.
from touching PCs for years, a former child prodigy rejoins the computer crime underworld, enlisting 3 fellow hackers for some mischief.
No, guys, seriously, it's a terrific film if you haven't watched it already. It's not great, obviously, plot-wise or anything, but, it's just so beautiful visually, honestly. Love it.
Yeah, especially
That's a pretty good score for a girl.
Especially the part where the villain enters on
a
rollerblade.
What's a skateboard?
Sorry,
they all rollerblade. Hackers rollerblade.
Yeah, the good people rollerblade. The bad people skate.
Skateboarding. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Honestly, it's honestly the best.
And
film.
It's enabled us to have superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we played Kahoot, our names were hackers, and we won everything.
We did. We actually did as well. That's the best thing. Is that the teacher just kept on throwing all these different challenges at us, and we kept on just being like, we know this.
Yeah,
just
hackers. William the Conqueror, I know who he is.
Yeah, me too. He's a guy.
Conquered a few things.
Yeah.
Probably not the country I live in. Yeah. Normans. The Normans ruined everything.
I just don't even want to talk about that. They were so sexist, guys. We were nearly we were nearly at equality in Anglo-Saxon times, and then Normans come in and ruin it all.
Yeah, after 1066, after the Battle of Hastings, women became unequal to men because of the Normans. So all in all, the French are the worst.
So if we ever I bet one of these days, someone's going to conquer us and we're going to become unequal again. Just you wait and see. And
it's
then you'll
be
come
the
back
French.
to us and you'll be like, yeah,
what's
going
to happen is we're going to get conquered by the French again. And
maybe there'll be unequality for men instead, which would be sad. Because we don't want unequal. We just want equality, guys. We just want.
We don't want.
It's just so sad. Honestly.
Yeah, the French were the worst, and that's all we need to know about our school lives.
Yeah, just don't even.
Don't do it. We filled in a survey. When was that, on Friday?
Oh, and we ranted. We couldn't even finish the survey in the 25 minutes that we had. Yeah. It was 14 questions maybe or something like that. And like
We
were
ranted
just,
for
yeah,
every single one.
like they were like, which subjects would you like to see? We like wrote lists. Like we at least probably got at least 20 subjects down in that. Just like things that we wanted to see.
Yeah. I was like, right, creative writing, script writing,
Yeah.
film design, media,
Photography,
whatever it is.
Languages, sign language. Why do we not learn sign language in school?
That's a
the
good
real
point.
question.
It's a very valuable skill to have.
Yeah,
It's better than learning French. I mean, come on.
You were just super.
Our reputation's going to be, we hate the French.
Racist towards the French. I like the French. I take French. But like I would prefer to take like something like sign language because that's more helpful if I have anyone who I know who's deaf, because they probably want to or get sick of
Oh, speaking about being
lip
deaf,
reading or something.
before I came here to your house,
Mm-hmm.
my dad's sister and I were actually doing hearing tests.
Oh my
This is what we do as a family.
Oh, I do like heart.
I have the best hearing.
Tests. Blood rate tests.
Oh god.
That's what happens
That's
when
my
your mum's a
phone.
midwife.
Okay, listen. So I have the best hearing. My sister has the second best. My dad's the worst.
My hearing sucks.
But my dog, it was the ultimate best because every time a new sound came on, he would, like, you know, bounce up from when he was lying down. Yeah, it was like, ooh.
It was like, whoa. Whoa.
Woohoo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting thoughts of the day. Thoughts. Okay. Thoughts and feelings, guys. You're just tuning in somehow. I don't know how you're just tuning in. It's a podcast.
Listen, that's how we know each other, because we're taking hearing tests and then somehow surveys and school.
Yeah, no, we know each other.
Do you remember what's your earliest memory of me?
History. I think it was probably like my first or second day of school in England, and I sat beside some person who I had to follow everywhere. And there was Charlotte and friend.
The ultimate friend, are we talking about here?
Yeah, we are talking about the ultimate friend.
Oh, what a friend. Shout out to the ultimate friend.
Yeah, we probably can't disclose names. We don't want to be rude. So, everyone from now on is going to be called Jeremy. So,
Kyle?
Jeremy.
Oh, I was watching some Jeremy Kyle the other day. No, seriously. It was my mum, because there's nothing else on. So, like, you know what? You know who we haven't seen in a while?
J. Kyle.
JK. He's called JK.
Oh my gosh.
One
guys.
of our teachers is also called JK.
Yeah.
So this is a big moment for us. Oh my god.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, it does make a bit of sense.
Anyway.
What were we talking about?
First,
earliest memories.
Earliest memories. So yeah, Charlotte was sitting beside Jeremy. And yeah, I just remember being like, yo. Well, not yo, but like, you know, that person's got hair. Like, I liked your hair. I thought your hair looked really nice. I thought your hair looked really nice.
Thanks. I think it still looks very nice.
And I think that I saw that you were wearing Dr. Martens, and I was like, okay, that person's a cool dude.
Okay, that is epic.
That is a cool dude.
I have to say, I think my earliest memory of you is probably
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday when you were like, so when are you coming over tomorrow? And I was like, who is this person? No. When we were doing the English speeches for the first time, you did that Beatles thing, and I was like, don't worry, it's going to be fine. And it was fine, so I was right. But when was that? In year 10?
Year 9.
Year 9?
End of year 9.
That's so long ago.
Not really.
It is.
It was less than 2 years ago.
Still feels
so like ago. Feels like it was like, I don't know, 2 months ago. I don't know. Things just blend together at some point.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I was trying to figure out when I first like started reading Trainspotting or when I bought it.
Which was about 5 years ago.
I thought it was before summer started, but it actually was during September. And I just didn't realize.
You've been trying to read that book.
I finished the book.
For what feels like a decade.
No, what? I took a month. I took a month sabbatical. I bought the second one. I bought porno. Not actual porn.
Yeah, just full disclosure. We do not support or advocate real, adult stuff. Because we aren't adults.
Yes, we are a child. We're family-friendly content.
We are family-friendly content, which is why we love and support Putin. And hate the French. We do.
Yeah,
Putin, my lord and savior, who I'm currently in the midst of painting.
yeah, oh my gosh, guys, we both take art, and art is a subject and a half.
If you're listening, and obviously you're in England, and you're like in year 9 doing your options. Do you do your options in year 9?
Yeah.
No matter what you do, do not take art.
If you want to take art, then just like make sure that this is a subject you really want to go down the road of, because it is a struggle.
Make sure you can balance it with everything else you're doing.
Make sure that you don't have too many like extracurriculars, or don't make sure that you don't have too many like coursework subjects. Like, I wouldn't take like art and music and like creative media.
Art and music and drama, like Jeremy.
Our friend Jeremy's done a bunch of like these subjects that, although they are all great subjects, they're just really difficult to do all together because there is so much
coursework.
Yeah,
coursework's good. It's much better than exams, but it's
very time
consuming.
So yeah, if you're gonna choose one of those subjects, then I would pretty much only choose one of them, unless you're like really passionate about like more than one of them.
And then really don't.
And then just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Just become the model student for STEM or something, Just
oh god, don't
become a creative person,
See, our school enforced they have like those EBAC, the pathways, where they're like you have to take at least one language and one humanity.
It's honestly the most disappointing thing ever.
If you're in set, like the highest, if you're in the smart groups.
2 and 1, set 2 and 1.
Which led on to a bunch of people taking stuff that they regret, and it's like a waste of time and GCSEs.
Yeah. It's just really...
I mean, I didn't listen to it. I took history and
a lot of people got out of taking languages.
Instead of choosing one. And Jeremy took drama and music and art, and she got out of doing a language too. So it's not just choosing 2 humanities. But a lot of people didn't actually know that, and they still did a language. And
or ended up like me.
Yeah.
I don't really regret it. It's such a struggle, and I feel very out of place in my French, especially because I sit beside a genius, a French genius. So it's like I feel super dumb, even though I would say I'm one of the better people at French in the class. But like it seems that if you that's another thing. Try and sit beside people that are at your level in a subject, or else you're going to completely compare yourself to that person. Like, it was a complete mistake when I decided to sit beside Charlotte over here during English, because she is a complete legend at that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So it was just
There's a thing.
If you do get
and
to
I'm
choose
sorry
your
for you. Because it's not like you're awful, you're good at it. It's just I'm naturally good at it, so I've got a bit of an advantage.
I'm just more talented than you.
I'm not trying to be rude.
No, I know that.
But I mean, I feel the same when I sit next to you in maths, because I'm like, how like 15 plus 2? How are you doing this in your head?
I don't know. I'm really bad at addition. That's like my downfall. I don't know why, but like I can't add things in my head. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, so I'm awful at maths, good at English, that kind of stereotype. You're the opposite.
Yeah, I'm good at maths, awful at English. But like more subjects, like I'm more creative in a sense, so that's like the weird thing.
Yeah, because you're good at maths, but also good at art.
Like, yeah, I want to do art or whatever, but like, I don't like the fact that like I'm good at maths, because then that always comes up a thing like, oh my gosh, maybe I should just become like a maths teacher or something if I'm like good at it or whatever. But like I don't want to. But it's like it's one of those things that keeps on running through your head.
It's an easy route.
Yeah, if you find something that you find that you find easy or are good at it, then don't always think that's what you need to do in life.
I might have geography because I used to actually want to do geography when I left high school, but now I kind of don't, but I'm also good at it. And so I'm like, I could always just become
fall
a
back on it.
geographer.
But I don't think that
I really don't want
yeah.
to.
No, don't do it. Don't fall into what you're good at, because that's not what life is about. It's about
You have to struggle.
yes,
Like I'm doing with
struggling. Struggling's the way to go. Always go for the subjects that you want to do, not the ones that you're good at.
Oh, and advice for art, don't leave everything to the last minute, which is, standard stuff, but I thought it was standard stuff, and I still left everything to the last minute.
Try and, if you're like have like a big thing that you have to do, try and do like an hour every day going up to it or something.
Because advice will never take. But
You'll never get everything done in the last day. I promise you that. I've spent a good 8 hours after school
I took
just struggling. And
I took half a day off school before our final piece exam thing started.
Where we had to give in our sketchbooks, yeah.
And I still hadn't really finished. And we're more than halfway done because it's 10 hours in our final piece. And I still don't know what I'm doing for my background.
We're on like hour 7 or 8. No, yeah. You think that you're struggling. I have not done any of the TV screen that I have. I don't know. Guys, it's a struggle, and we recommend that if you're taking it, that you do need to manage your time.
Yeah.
Don't trust the school sometimes when they talk about things like I hate I need to rant about I hate when they bring up money when they're talking about subjects. Like they'll say like, oh, students who I don't know do homework earlier end up making more money in the long term. And I'm like, I don't care.
Get those
One, where'd you get the statistics? And two, why does everything have to revolve around money? Like, money does not bring you success. It can be success. It can be a way to success.
Correlation, not causation.
Yeah,
because that's so stupid.
Well, but like things like that they say. It's like, oh, like you do more work experiences. It's seen to make other people earn more money in the long run. But it's like, I don't care about money, you know? It's like, well, I mean, of course I care about money, but I'm in it for the fame. I'm in it for like, you know, the enjoyment. You know, you can get the most money in the world, but hate your job.
But we're in the last year of high school.
And this is stuff that we have to think about as well, yeah.
Just the prospect. I mean, they put people as early as 15, 14 through the process of you have to decide what you're doing for the rest of your life and apply for college.
Yeah, it's too much to handle at this age, honestly. I don't even understand how this even happens. Like, or have they not taught us how to handle this stuff earlier on?
And surely in the run up to Christmas, when we're meant to be applying for colleges, they should give us some application lessons.
Yeah.
So we know what to write, because when I was doing it, I had to figure everything else out for myself. And a lot of people came to me because I did it really early for help on that application.
Yeah, I just asked you if you put down all their subjects.
I didn't even know. I thought you were just meant to put maths and English down, but you're meant to put everything.
And it's weird because it's like, you know, you have to figure out all this stuff, which they don't go through. They're just like, just remember you need to apply, and it's like, okay. And then pause.
Like our head teacher will be like in assemblies, remember, it's almost Christmas, so you should be applying.
They're complete idiots. They decided to put our teacher meeting in March when the deadline date is the parents' evening, and during the deadline. And it's like, how we couldn't discuss this with our teachers beforehand to know what subjects we wanted to do for college, because now we've already had to apply. You know, you can't discuss this and then you can't apply and then discuss it with your teacher and realize that you want to do something else. I mean, you probably could change it in the long run, but it's just so stupid
bit stressful as
and
well.
stressful. It's just honestly such a mistake. I don't even understand how they did it.
I hate schools.
Yeah.
It's such a stereotypical thing to say, but it's so true.
And they're so obsessed with themselves as well. That's the problem. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
think,
want us to do those pathways just to make the school, have
Yeah.
better results.
And they always talk about how they're struggling with money, and yet the principal comes in and is like, okay, we're going to make a new uniform.
He comes in and he's like, here's some monkeys. I'm going to beat them up.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, at the start of when he came in, the new principal, he was like, okay,
Headmaster.
new.
He's trying to make everything American. It's headmaster.
It's it's a new school uniform, which will cost the school money
And
to
it's
start
green
making.
now.
Of course, they can make money from selling it, but at the same time, of course, they didn't, because half the students from like year 11 and 10 and whatever got theirs for free because they were literally on like their last year of it or whatever. So they probably lost a bit of money for that, I guess. In my opinion, that's what they want. And then he changes the entrance to the school, which was not needed, I don't think.
Changes almost.
There was no point. He probably spent so much money on that when they always talk about how they're struggling
it's that
for money.
bad that the trust that now owns our school, there's like a charity shop. There's a Sure Trust charity shop in shopping centre near us.
Shopping centre. A shopping centre.
Yeah, we're not giving away location or anything, but
yeah, it's just a weird
getting a bit
thing.
popular there.
Because like they keep on asking for money, and it's just like, then don't spend it on dumb things. Like, we don't have nice chairs, really. I feel like they could put more investment into like, chairs.
The entire time
books.
we've been
textbooks.
How long have I been at school? This is what I mean when I say bad at maths. How long have I been at high school, Hallie?
3 years, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years.
4
years, 5 years.
7, 8,
4,
9,
5.
10, 11. 5, okay.
5.
5. This is my 5th year, and in my entire 5 years of being here, they haven't improved the toilets except for the beginning of all last year.
Yes, we used to not have like doors on the toilets.
It was absolutely disgusting, and that was only one.
They still haven't fixed the guys' toilets either.
They haven't fixed any of the boys' toilets.
They smell so bad.
Still 2 other girls' toilets that they haven't even looked at.
There's like no. It's just honestly not good. Not good at all. We don't mean to rant so much, but honestly, it's such a.
We've got into that ranting mood.
Okay. So what we're coming up to? We're coming up to the 30th minute, so we're gonna have a break soon.
Ooh. Yes. For the last 2 minutes, what shall we do?
Ooh, I don't know. Should we?
But something exciting.
Not sure. Let me think. So
I talk about Jar Media. Oh my god! If you watch Jar Media and you're watching this, hit me up, because I'm the only person I've ever met who watches Jar Media. And I've tried to get Hallie into it countless times. And I even, when we were in maths and we were talking to some random people because we were bored, people who, we're acquaintances with, I was like, by the way, you should check out Jar Media, because I am, that desperate.
I would say barely acquaintances, by the way.
Yeah.
More like strangers.
Yeah. And I could see Hallie just laughing at me in the corner of my eye, but I am just so lonely. Because the thing is, Jar Media is so good. They put so much effort into their podcast and their channel, and they only have 70k subscribers, which is a lot, but by YouTube terms nowadays, it's not that much. But I Hate Everything, who's got 2 million subscribers, isn't it?
People like him.
People like him.
I like him, but I think I've just grown out of his videos because they're quite long, and I just cannot be bothered.
You don't
sometimes.
have the patience, but I do.
But also, he says he hates things that are obviously hated by a majority, and I miss his old videos when he hated on things that
Do you see his I Hate Dust one?
Yes, that was a nice one. It was that's things that you don't talk about, but
I feel like I mean, with that kind of content, you run out of stuff eventually.
Yeah, but I would like to see like a video about like, oh yeah, like I hate ceramic bowls or something, you know?
I hate
Something
tables.
different. I hate chairs.
I hate French. The French. I
hate the French. Is this going to be like a new thing where we're just really racist towards the French?
Yeah. But anyway, yes, Jar Media. Subscribe, check them out. They have all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's not just the podcast, which they upload every Monday at 6 p.m. They do like game reviews, movie reviews, blabs, which is just them like answering audience questions.
They're not as good as our podcast, though.
No. We are Jar Media's newest rivals.
So yeah, watch Hackers, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Bye.
Welcome back to the podcast.
After those glorious messages from our sponsors.
Yes, our
TikTok.
0 sponsors. So yeah, in this section of the podcast, we'll be talking about our interests, and then we're going to have a free-for-all.
Which is probably going to be a debate.
Which sounds like some sort of fight, which it is.
Yeah, so while we were gone, we were watching all the YouTube Rewinds.
Yes, because if you have not realised already, YouTube Rewind 2018 came out like 3 days ago.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah. It's been like 2 or 3 days. So, and you know, it was
a bit much.
It was
a bit
something
awful.
It was it's not as good as it has been, but it's just it was I mean, I didn't really have any thoughts or feelings on it because it was just I didn't have anything against it, but I had nothing for it either, so I don't know.
I do. I have lots. In fact, I sent you all the reasons why I disliked it.
Yeah, and
I
I
have to try and
debunked them all.
Hallie was just like, yeah, but it's YouTube. It doesn't matter. And I was like, yeah,
'Cause
but
it
I want to
doesn't.
feel angry about it.
I don't think that we need to because there's no point. Like, it was YouTubers that are popular
And
were
Dodie
in it.
wasn't there. Can I just...
Yeah.
Dodie wasn't there.
YouTubers
Dodie wasn't
yes,
there.
I know. YouTubers that are popular were in it, and so that's like, you know, that's normal, whatever. But like, people are always very annoyed about the fact that controversial YouTubers are never in it. But it's like, one, why would a controversial YouTuber who might like complain about YouTube want to be in YouTube Rewind? Because of course they don't like YouTube.
It's the principle.
No, but I don't think it is, because I think that YouTube knows that they don't want to be in it, so what's the point asking them, because they're just going to say no.
They might not.
And YouTube wants to keep this family-friendly look, and that's okay. I mean, I understand it. It's just, it's a free speech platform, and that's what it should be about, even though they try and demonetize things. I think that's more where we should be complaining, not about YouTube Rewind, an insignificant video.
UMG, where they are copywriting videos about YouTube Rewind. They claim there's songs in them that they actually haven't been used. Like, I Hate Everything, Paracynical, and Dull and Dark, and Grande. All their YouTube Rewind videos have been claimed because they apparently used this one song. Well, actually, I think it's 2 songs. All of them are the same, actually. The same claims, but they didn't use them.
And it was pretty crappy this year because they didn't have the cool music mix that they usually have.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I watched those.
It felt all like it was hundreds of different videos put together, which is what it's usually like, but I mean, at least there's some relevance between them.
It was
all.
really boring.
It was boring.
Okay.
Apart from the one time where Trixie Mattel and Katia
showed up because we are avid fans of them. They are the most beautiful human beings on the planet.
Yes.
So yeah. So our interests. Let's talk about...
we've got written here, which is very old, very outdated.
2 weeks ago.
TikTok, hit or miss. Johnny.
That was already a dead meme by then, but Charlotte decided that she was still in love with that meme, I think.
See, the thing is, we know someone.
Yes, we'll call him Jeremy.
And we always used to try and get him to say yes, Papa, but he never would. And it was the most infuriating thing.
Yeah.
We even, because we had to write speeches for English thing, we even said, we'll write your speech for you if
You say yes, Papa.
and complete the meme. But
And he never did.
And then we've also got Sims.
We love The Sims. We're going to have a bit of a Sims segment in a minute. It's a great game. It's also a terrible game, but it's also great.
It's great. It's also
but EA is terrible.
Consuming and addictive.
Yeah.
YouTube. Finally, so I guess what YouTubers we like.
Yeah, we love YouTube. We're both avid fans of the platform, not the people.
Which
mostly.
genre?
Genre.
I don't really like confining my tastes to a genre. At
No,
least on
same.
YouTube.
Oh, you should put on music as well. We can talk about music.
Because so many YouTubers, and they do different things. You can't. I feel like you shouldn't define them to one thing.
Yeah.
At a time. Really?
Can we just start by talking about like our first YouTubers? Because like
Life Simmer
so
and
can
Queen,
you give like a
they are both
Can you give us like a year?
a year? Oh Jesus. No. That's
Like,
my answer.
2014, something like that?
I can't.
2015?
It's remember when you know when like the logo for YouTube was something like that?
Yeah.
When it was like a TV.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It used to be a TV screen back in the day. Like in 20 something. But then it changed to that logo, and then it changed to
find out when Queen stopped uploading them.
Queen.
Well, at least know the late. She was a big
when she
Sims
she
YouTuber,
died.
and she died, and that was like
I remember that
the first.
I used
saddest.
I know.
It was like
I downloaded that strip mall
my
because I loved
icon
it.
had just
passed and she passed away, and it was the saddest thing ever.
Okay, listen. 6 years ago. Okay, so this was in 2012. So I would say around 2012 was when I got into YouTube, because I think I had my first proper phone that I could go on YouTube. So
yeah, I would say 2012 was when I made my account, and I had been watching YouTube since like 2008, I think.
the Queen. Was it just the Queen or Queen?
I don't know.
The Queen. She was just a Sims YouTuber, because I've been into Sims since as long as I can remember, and yeah, I thought she was fun. And Life Sim is a similar person. They both have similar humor.
Who was it for me? I think I always was into Ryan Higa. He's a big like OG YouTuber sort of thing. But I also watched Jack's films like really back in the day. Yeah, I used to love his stuff. Like
I missed out on like popular YouTubers because I was so stuck in the Sims community. I never really branched out or anything. Some people talk like, oh, I used to watch
hate PewDiePie,
like Smosh or PewDiePie or something like that. I had no idea who they're talking about.
Oh, I hated Smosh, but I used to watch their unboxing videos
because all these OG YouTubers, I would only watch Sims. So yeah, I think
it's been a while.
That's Life Simmer,
Annoying Orange and Fred.
I think I watched a little bit of those, but see, Life Simmer branched out and she did other games like The Walking Dead, which is a game series I absolutely adore. And once she did that, that's how I found like Jacksepticeye and those kind of people. And then I watched those
I never
for a
got
while.
into Jacksepticeye.
And that's how I kind of, widened my YouTube subscription
I'm trying to think
box.
of what like gamers I watched, because I did watch like Let's Plays and stuff, but I could not tell you one that I like would have been subscribed to or anything. I watched Sky Does Minecraft for a bit.
Oh, I had my Minecraft phase, I guess.
Yeah, back in like 2012, 2013.
I want to watch those. That's how I watched.
OG
I remember,
Minecraft player over here.
Yeah, I watched an OG Minecraft YouTuber. I think her name was Lauren Z's Side. I remember her very distinctly because she was my favorite for a very long time. But that kind of humor I completely outgrew, I'd say.
I used to hate I Has Cupquake. I thought she was really boring.
I disliked her first, but she grew on me.
Yeah.
But nowadays I need,
I watched
that kind
Shane
of
Dawson
humor.
back
It's
in the
kind of
day.
like bland and innocent. It's just
Yeah.
not very fulfilling.
Yeah, I watched Shane Dawson back in the day when he had longer hair.
Then I got into commentary because
Yeah.
how did I find Leafy's hair?
I got into commentary from
See, now I wouldn't define what
It would have
people would
been
say
from-
as commentary channels like Pyrocynical. I wouldn't straight out say he's a commentary YouTuber unless it was the easiest way to describe
it must
them.
have been during Jinx.
Jinx.
That must have been when I started watching
feel
commentary channels.
I feel like I know about Leafy's hair through someone
Like,
roasting him.
oh my gosh, iDubbbz and Max Mofo and Filthy Frank. I used to watch them back in the day.
You know what actually
They
happened?
don't upload it anymore though. So.
After the gamer phase, I watched animation channels, like the odd ones out, Jaden Animations, and I think one of them roasted Lucius here, and that's how I found him. And I watched him for a while.
I'm gonna check my
didn't think he was
list.
that bad, but then I saw light. I saw light.
You saw the light. Yeah, I used to. Well, I never really watched. I used to watch Fine Bros a lot because everyone did. But I must have found out about commentary channels through like people complaining about Jinx or something, because it must have been like iDubbbz and.
I never watched iDubbbz or anything like that. You know who I did watch? Brandon Rogers.
Yeah.
That's how I got into commentary. That's kind of offensive.
Yeah, I think
route because that just came off my recommended one day, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, the commentary channels tend to be like
But it was 2016 when I started watching them. I know that because it was when Leafy's hair was at his prime.
It would have been Grey Day Under A that I would have started with.
And that's also when I started watching Jar Media.
Grey Day Under A, he was so good. He was like really good, and he barely uploads, but he got me into Pyrocynical because he was like, it was during like Scarce and Leafy is here, and people were like, oh, if you want to watch like a good news channel, then go to Pyrocynical because he's actually good. That's what Grey Day Under A said, so I went to his channel from there. Because that was
it was Leafy's hair, then Pyrocynical, and then I just went to other people.
And I got Grey Day Under A from recommended channels.
You know, I've completely skipped Dan and Phil.
Dan and Phil, right.
So in between, like, it must have been like 2014 to 2016 then, because I went through a phase of loving Dan and Phil.
I'm subscribed to like 100 people at this point.
I miss that time. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of an innocent time for me.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I even went to see them on tour. Oh my god, I went to see them on tour.
Did you? Actually?
And I got a signed book. And I got rid of the book. I could have sold that for so much money.
I watched Lucas, which is Fred, but he's like the guy who played Fred. He's hilarious. There's also this channel called the Drawfee channel, which I recommend everyone goes to. It's so funny because they like upload drawing videos, but like they do like knockoffs of things or stuff like that, like these weird challenges, and they're hilarious. They're quite long videos, but they're kind of worth watching. So yeah.
There you go.
Artist channels. I used to be a lot into art channels.
Listen, so I remember I got into I Everything when the Cool Cat drama started, and that was 3 years ago in 2015. I thought it was in 2016, but it wasn't.
Right, yeah.
So I must have had some inkling of commentary channels.
Yeah, I Hate Everything was like the OG commentary channel for me as well. I don't remember when.
And that's how I found John Media, because he promoted it for a tiny bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
in the description. I think he still does actually. He said in one video, I have a gaming channel, so if you find it, then whatever. That kind of stuff. And I went to the comments and they were like, he must be talking about John Media. And I was like, what's John Media? And then I the rest of my life was made.
Yeah. I don't know when I started watching I Hate Everything. I stopped quickly afterwards.
Well, my biggest, I feel like it was sometime before the Cool Cat drama. I started watching Memulous and I'm Alex.
I like Memulous.
And Will and E.
I unsubscribed to I'm Alex a year ago, I think. I just stopped liking his content. He was okay if you wanted news, but he was really boring because he doesn't do anything with his videos,
Yeah.
really. But
I just like Memeless's Club Penguin videos and his gaming videos.
I remember the old song parody phase when all you do is just watch parodies of music videos. You know, like I didn't like Bart Baker though he was really popular. I really liked
Right.
the Key of Awesome. Them.
So did I.
They're the
Oh my
best.
God.
They're the best. Honestly.
I remember that. Oh my god.
Guys, the Key of Awesome is the best thing you'll ever watch in your whole entire life.
Petscop, nice.
I haven't
Okay,
watched
listen.
Petscop 16, I don't think.
Listen, I haven't watched a lot because I knew if I did, I'd cry because Petscop 2 hasn't been released.
Noelle Miller and Cody Ko, I really like them. They kind of seem like those like, you know, basic guy sort of looking people, but they're actually like really into that sort of commentary ranting sort of channel thing, like Danny Gonzalez and um
Well,
something
iDubbbz.
else.
I never watched iDubbbz. I've only ever seen the content cops he did on Leafy's here because, you know, drama. I love drama. And I thought it was good. So I subscribed, just never watched the video.
I used to watch Lazy Game Review all the time. He reviews all the content packs, and he's always super honest. He was so honest that EA stopped sending him free stuff packs after like
Well, I've recently watched The Sims Supply, getting back into The Sims,
Yes,
and his
the
honest
Sims Supply
reviews,
is great.
because there's so many Sims YouTubers who are complimenting The Sims 4 blindly because EA is sending them free stuff.
Yeah,
When in reality, there's so many flaws.
there is so many flaws. A lot of Sims YouTubers just kind of ignore them because they want to like, you know, stay positive on their channels and stuff, and like try to not get too much into it or whatever.
Best Sims game, quick.
Ooh, I don't
See,
know.
when I played The Sims 2,
3.
I would have sworn that I would always loved it, but now that I've played Sims 3, I now swear that I will always love that.
I'll have to
I
say,
just can't get into Sims 4.
Yeah, no, I'm into Sims 4 now, but that's because I have so many mods and so much custom content that like you get into it. But like the first year that I bought The Sims 4, I never played it. I just went straight back to The Sims 3 because I was like, this is disappointing.
Yeah, I mean,
Sims 4 release was just awful.
When I got it, it must have been at Christmas time sometime, and I installed it. I played it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I uninstalled it because it was taking up space on my laptop, and I was like, it's either you or The Sims 3, and I'm not parting with that.
I bought The Sims 2 only like a year ago. Over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
During
I watched The
2017 summer
before I played it because we were really poor, I couldn't afford it, and I feel like I've watched more games than I've ever played because we've only ever had outdated consoles. So we don't even have PlayStation 4 yet. We only have a PlayStation 3.
I used to watch a lot of speedruns of like games.
The only speedrun I've ever seen
speedrun.
is on the odd 2's out. He did a speedrun of Mario Odyssey.
You need to see the
Jaden
speedrun.
Animations and something else. YTF, is that what it's called? Yeah, I thought that was good. That's the only video that's more than an hour and 30 minutes long that I've watched.
You should watch this. It's a
In
Half-Life.
Fact, I rewatched it last night.
It's a Half-Life speedrun, and it's 24 minutes long because that's how long it took them to get through the game. And there's a bunch of Portal speedruns out there as well, but some of them are like modded or whatever. So it's
Mario
like,
Odyssey
what's the point?
speedrun actually took them 3 hours, but they edited it, so you know. But now that I've got the Nintendo Switch, I feel more up to date and you know with mainstream games. TikTok. Oh,
TikTok, guys, I deleted TikTok a week or two ago because I was just like, what's the point? TikTok was fun like a week or two ago, but now it's no longer very
We made some
relevant.
epic TikToks.
We did.
My
Ironic
my
ones.
sister's obsessed with it, dude. She is 4 years younger than me, so she's 4 years younger than me.
She's in that area that she can,
I she's been obsessed with it for quite a while. I thought she'd get out of it, but she's yet to prove me right. So it's Christmas. Oh my god, it's Christmas time. Hallie, it's Christmas time.
It is.
Hallie, it's Christmas time.
It is. Oh my gosh, guys. It is exciting. It is such a pleasure to
I
be
am
near this
getting
time of
Mario
year.
Party for Christmas.
I'm getting a camera.
I'm getting a Pink Floyd jumper for Christmas.
Yes, you are. I'm getting a makeup palette.
I'm getting Pyrocynical merch for Christmas. I can't get Dawn in the Dark merch because my aunt refused to pay that much for merch. How unfortunate is that? I'm getting a poster thing for Christmas from Hallie.
Because I'm Epic Games.
And it's making me so happy. Just thinking about it.
Let's see. Do you want to talk?
What are you getting for Christmas?
Well, I'm getting makeup and a camera, and that's probably about it because cameras are expensive.
My sister's getting a laptop, so it's a big year for her and not so much for me because last year I got this. Was it last year I got the Switch? Must have been.
I'd love to get another pair of DMs, just like a black pair, but
I need to get a new pair of Don Martens. Music.
It's a
My
mess.
music taste is all over the place.
I'm into everything. I'm learning guitar. I'm becoming a master of guitar.
My dad is into, those typical people who are like, oh, this generation's songs suck. I'm just gonna listen.
No, that's our generation talking about this generation.
I know, yeah. That's my dad. He only listens to music that was made before the 2000. So that's what I grew up on, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, same. I've grown up on the Beatles, The Cure, Gorillaz,
but also Genesis. And like John Media, I've never met anyone who likes Genesis either. They're a very obscure band, but they were a really popular one. It's like a really unvocal majority that liked Genesis. Phil Collins and all that. I love them, but it's not for everybody, I guess.
You gotta love Tears for Fears.
I love Tears for
Pale
Fears.
Shelter, Mad World, Shout. Africa by Toto, guys. I love. Oh, guys, I need to take a moment because I'm a complete film nerd to talk about Trainspotting. I love the film.
You want to talk about films and I talk about books? Those are our things. Films and books.
Well, I've recently finished reading Trainspotting, which we already talked about. But I said
films.
The film is also extremely good. I watched the film for the first time nearly 2 years ago, and it was the best experience.
I watched it for the first time
a week ago
because I slept over yours.
Yes. Anyway, the film is honestly such a gem. It's a beautiful piece of art. If you haven't seen it, then what are you doing with your life? Okay, so basically it stars Ewan McGregor, and he's Mark Renton, and he's like this junkie, this heroin addict who tries to get clean. It's all just the hijinks behind that, and AIDS and stuff like that, because it was a very big thing in the 90s, if you did not already know that. So heroin addict Mark Renton stumbles through bad ideas and sobriety attempts with his unreliable friends Sick Boy, Begbie, Spud, and Tommy. He also has an underage girlfriend, Diane. She's only in it for 2 scenes. Really.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's a major character.
And he didn't know that she was underage at the time, so don't think it's creepy in that sense. It's just that she's blackmailing him basically. But to be fair, the second time was he knew about it. So I think the point of Trainspotting is that people are crappy, like people suck.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's just a really good film, and I really recommend watching it. It's got Ewan McGregor in it, Johnny Lee Miller, Robert Carlyle. These are all legends.
The greats.
Kevin McKidd, Ewan Bremer, and Kelly MacDonald.
The one who played Merida.
Yeah. Robert Carlyle, known for his interpretation of
I
Hitler.
Oh god, yes. When we were doing Germany, the
In
Weimar
history.
Republic and the Nazi Germany. In history, we watched.
We have a legend of a teacher who lets us watch films all the time, and you don't know how many times that Johnny Lee Miller and Robert Carlyle shows up in the films.
So yeah, Robert Carlyle played Hitler.
Yes.
It was disgusting and amazing
It
at the
was
same time.
an
Remember that scene?
There was this dumb scene that
was his niece?
yeah,
And she walked around him in
and
a field for no reason, and there was no reason behind it.
And our teacher made us watch it over and over again.
Yeah, he was like, if you didn't find this uncomfortable the first time,
here it goes again. And it was just awful. Okay, so basically, I think that you should just watch Hackers.
Oh my god, Hackers! Yes,
Hackers is too good.
Hackers.
Yeah, I'm going through like a Johnny Lee Miller area of my life, because everything that I've been Elementary. I started getting into Elementary, which if you haven't watched it, it stars Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu, and then Trainspotting, and Hackers, which also has him in it, as well as Emma, the TV show, because I was watching Pride and Prejudice, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's Emma, because I love Emma, because I love Clueless. If you didn't know that Clueless is like a modern adaptation of Emma. Anyway. But then I found out that Johnny Lee Miller was in that, and I was like, what? Anyway.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, so I've just been going around his IMDb page mostly.
So I've been reading the Throne of Glass series. Usually I hate YA/teen fiction because it's
kind of dull, guys.
It's
cringy.
It's known for being cringy, cliche, the same stuff over and over. And sure, I think the first novel, Throne of Glass, started off like that. But that scared me. By the second book, I think it takes a complete turn. What's the second book called? Crown of Midnight. It takes a turn for the better, and I feel like the world building is so much better. It's interesting. The characters have a lot of development. Someone dies. I cried. And I like how the main character, Selena, didn't immediately get over her. I like how it was a long process and stuff like that. And now I'm on the third book, which it's like it took a complete turn in that direction, because it was a typical kind of YA kind of plot for the first two books, and then it just had a complete 180 turn. But it's good because it is so much better now, and it's really worth it. So, when I first started the first book, I looked at a friend who's read all of them, and I said, really, you like this? But by now, I understand, because it is quite good. So yeah, I recommend it. I recommend sticking with it. I don't always like it when people say, oh, by the third book it gets really good, because it's like a waste of 2 books.
Yeah, it's like, why should I read
And the same with like
this?
TV films and stuff like that. I get the first episode is mostly always awful, but also like, why should I have to watch it?
Yeah,
go through that and then get to the good part. But
that's not as bad as
I would say
a book that will take you like maybe 6 hours to read.
But I would say it was worth it. And you say you can get through it. It's not completely awful. I mean, I feel like the first few chapters were, but from the middle to the end, it was readable. It was good. I mean, I'd say Dorian and Kale, however you say his goddamn name, were enjoyable enough. But it's like really innocent, and it feels so insignificant once you've read the third book, because of the complete turn in the plot that it took. Because it went from a competition to be the king's champion to like rebellions and stuff like that. So, you know, once you've read the first 2 books, you'll go back and think, wow, hardly anything happened. But there you go. Those are my reviews on Throne of Glass.
Epic. Okay. Now for the last 5 or 10 minutes, I know it's so sad near the end, we're just going to have a bit of a free-for-all. So, anything that's gotten you thingied?
Dirty. I've had, for the longest time, an obsession with Dodie Clark on YouTube. And it's come back, like a really strong, you know? Like a tsunami, kind of
Yeah.
washing my heart away. Because, she released, a new song called If I'm Being Honest, I think. And it was so good, I cried.
That's good.
I'm not even kidding. Like, if I met Dodie, I think I would probably explode. Similarly, if I met David Tennant, I think I would also explode.
Update on Bill, actually. Seth Rogen, the legend that he is, uploaded a photo from 12 years ago of him and the gang, quotation marks. So, like, Bill Hader and Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. And can we talk about Michael Cera?
Michael Cera, okay. So, when you know how people always have those celebrities that they love?
Yeah.
Mine is Dodie and David Tennant. Hallie's is like Bill Hader. And then both of us
Collectively it's Michael
is Michael
Cera.
Cera.
We both, like, he's just he's got the friendliest face. Oh, why does this always happen? He's got the friendliest face ever, but he's also just like,
he's such a child.
Yeah, he looks like he's 5 in every photo that he's in.
Oh,
and there's Will Forte.
And now he's got a beard.
Everyone go to Seth Rogen's Instagram and look at the photo. It's so beautiful. Look at them all.
Oh, they look so young.
I know. That was back 12 years ago. That's 2006. Can you believe it? The point is that's crazy, and I don't know what to do with my life.
Yes, Michael Cera. For me, he'll always be Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Scott Pilgrim, another thing that you should all see and stuff. Okay. Any final words?
Final
for
thoughts,
the people?
Final thoughts. Okay, listen, you have to subscribe to Table and Chair, sorry. And also follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also me on Instagram.
Also subscribe to PewDiePie.
Oh my god,
Don't forget.
I completely forgot.
Don't forget.
And subscribe from T-Series, subscribe to PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Hit that like button, turn notifications on. What else do you do? Comment
below.
Give a meme review.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to
Pester Parasitical for Petscop 2.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a podcast, an upload, a beautiful piece of art that you really wanted to see.
Probably about Club Penguin.
Oh my gosh, Club Penguin. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that would be...
I need the toilet.